Hi guys, good day. I'm Israel Bakaso and for today's video, I will discuss the truth value table. Truth value table is also known as truth table. It shows all possible combination of truth values for a logical expression and resulting truth value of the expression. It's commonly used in logic to analyze and understand the behavior of logical operations. So guys, there are three logical operations: and, or, and not. So for the and operation, P and Q is only when both P and Q are true. So if P and Q was both true, so true ang ihang result. Sample, P is true and Q is true, so P and Q is true. P is true and Q is false, P and Q is false. F and P is false and Q is true, the P and Q is false. P is false and Q is false, so the P and Q is false. The second is or. So, for or, P or Q is true when at least one of P or Q is true. So, P is true and Q is true, so this is true. P is true, Q is false, so this is still true. P is false and Q is true, this is also true. And P is false and Q is false, this is a false. And next is not. Not P is the negation of P. It's true when P is false and vice versa. So for not, this is vice versa. P is true, not P is false because of its vice versa. Then P is false, not P is true. Those tables provide a systematic way to understand how logical operations behave under different conditions. They form the foundation of Boolean algebra and are widely used in computer science, mathematics, and philosophy. So, for truth value table, I will give you an example. Example number 1. So for our example number 2, our proposition here is Q and Q implies R if and only if P and Q implies R. So our P here is true, false. So here P implies Q implies R. If Q is true and R is true, this is true. Q is true, R is false. Q implies R is false. Q is false, R is true. Q implies R is equals to false. So Q is false, R is false. Q implies R is true. Q is true, R is true. Q implies R is true. Q is true, R is false. Q implies R is false. Q is false, R is true. Q implies R is true. Q is false, R is false. Q implies R is true. So here in P and Q implies R. So kanin siya. Ito at ito. P is true. Q implies R is true. P and Q implies R is equals to true. Then P is true. Q implies R is false. P and Q implies R is false. So P is true. R is Q implies R is true. P and Q implies R is true. Then P is true. Q implies R is true. P and Q implies R is false. P true. R is false. P is true. Q implies R is true. P and Q implies R is false. P is false. Q implies R is true. P and Q implies R is false. Then P is false. Q implies R is false. P and Q implies R is false. P is false. Q implies R is true. P and Q implies R is false. P is false. Q implies R is true. P and Q implies R is false. So P and Q, P is true and both true. So P and Q is true. P is true, Q is true. So both are true. Then true. Then here P is true and Q is false. So paano siya false? Then P is true and Q is false. So false ang P and Q. P is false. Q is true. So false yun siya sa P and Q. P is false. Q is false. So false. Then P is false. Q is false. So false. Then sa data ay here in P and Q implies R. P and Q implies R. True, so true. False, true, so false. True, false, so true. False, true. True, false, true. Then false, true. True, false, true. Then false, true. Here in P and Q implies R if and only if P and Q implies R. And that's all my discussion about the truth value table. And thank you.